I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
All right. Good afternoon, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Man's Man, and this is indeed Super Friday. Yes, indeed. It's the day when we ask our loyal subscribers and members to link us up, you understand me, and support the platform by doing three things. One, making sure that you hit that like button. Two, that you subscribe to the platform. And please, people, make sure that you share. You understand me? Also, it would be lovely if you can give, all right, a super chat or a super sticker. Yep. To the platform. You understand me? So you can go ahead and do that right now. Super sticker, super chat. You understand me? Yep. All right. So bless upon yourself. You understand me? And it's going to be a good one because for this show today we have the successful coach, Mr. Rudolph Speid from Cavaliers Football Club, who has joined us, but I don't know. I have to give him drum roll. Yeah, we have to pick him up before we bring him on. You understand me? Make a round of applause. Yeah, you understand me, and all the other coaches and administrative staff, and most importantly, the players at Cavaliers. I mean, tremendous accomplishment. I think this is probably one of the youngest teams to have ever won this competition in terms of average age, and they took all the awards. That's the next tremendous thing. I don't know if they were giving out a coach of the competition award. I think it would have also gone to Mr. Rudolph Speid. right? Though they lost the second leg, I thought they were way better in the second leg than in the first leg, but they went through on their away goal rule. So it is mission accomplished. They've gone to the round of 16 already. So, yes. So it is so good, right? I'm making sure I give him the best welcome ever I know. So now, I think, given his accomplishment and the consistency, right now, he must be viewed as the top coach in all of Jamaica. And I'm telling you, if they are top 10 in the Caribbean, he's right up there in the top 5, given what he has done with Cavaliers. Because there are at least 7 starters from the team that went to the finals last year that he doesn't have in this team this year. And they have gone just a bit further. One step further. Again, tremendous accomplishment. I don't even know his middle name, but I'm going to say Mr. Rudolph from Titchfield High School. Speed. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports.
Thank you for having me. Boy, I think we should just come back after the show, because you come back in and see about we color shirt, you know.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. I true, you know. Yes, oh my Lord. You know, at least it's true. You know what? I need to go and change the shirt, you know, and put out something black or white. It's true, you know. But Mr. Speed, I don't know. I have not heard, except for one person who was on a radio station trying to downplay your accomplishment. I think all of Jamaica, in terms of public media, has commended you, and they have also commended your team. I mean, firstly, how does it feel to finally cup this coveted trophy?
So let me just give you like a story. You know that we went to like about 6 finals in a row. You know, the under 15 boys, 2 women final, knockout final, JPL final, 1 year, you know, and lost them all. We lost like Cavalier lost like about 6 finals straight. And boy, it never feel good. Now we did some soul searching and say, you know, we probably need to do things like a different. So, and we know the disappointment where everybody have when you lose finals. You know, everybody is disappointed, and we win the Premier League, then we win the under 17 national title. Now we come and win this, so we win 3 in a row. So it's really a reversal from where we were, and it's really a good feeling. You know, not just for me personally, but you know, one of the things that I always look out for is the fans, the people who believe in us, who support us, the support staff, people that is in the background that don't really, you won't see them, but they do tremendous work in the background. Those are the ones really I feel happy for. When they're happy, I am happy.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, it's I remember that year that you went to all of those finals, and it must have been difficult, but I think you have made the wrong right this time around. Talk to us though about, when did this preparation begin, and how did it all culminate in you lifting the title? What was it like? Just give us a synopsis of what the journey and the process has been, especially because you know that many would have believed that you have a weakened team, given the departure of Cadet, Shanil, who was one of the top scorers last season. Probably two of the better wing backs are on the left is Gadiel Irvin, and on the right, Kyle Ming. Adrian Reed wasn't around. Ronaldo Barrett wasn't around. And we could go on and on and on and on.
Robinson went back to Harborview.
Yes. So, you understand me? Yeah. So, talk to us about just the preparation, the rebuilding of the team, and winning this title.
Right. So, if you go back, the good thing is that we knew early in like I think in July, we actually knew that we were in this competition, and we knew who we likely to who were in our zone. I think our zone was, we knew what our zone would look like, and we knew who we were going to play for first. That really helped. We just focused on playing that first game because we thought, and we drew Mount Pleasant, and then Mount Pleasant came for 2 of our players, you know, Chanel couldn't play because he was carded out from in the finals before. Khaled went into retirement, as you rightly say. Bart decided to play schoolboy football. Adrian Reed was with us starting. So, I mean, it was just a process where we probably only had 11 players, players that had experience, and we set them into a formation that would work out. If you probably noticed, we had no wing backs. We were just using midfielder player at the wing backs position. But we decided how we were going to play. Was able to zero in on Mount Pleasant because we know, for weeks, and we kind of just trained for that particular match. We knew that was probably where the make or break game was going to be. Formidable opponent, a repeat of the finals. But because we were so focused, we were able to defeat them 2-0, and that set up everything. Then we played Police, and Police was very difficult to deal with. They equalized. We scored first, they equalized. But again, we saw some weaknesses in how they defend, and we exploited it, and we won those 2 games. Now, we were leading Relope in the first half and should have been up 3-0. And that was where we decided to experiment a little. And Relope defeated us 2-1. So we kind of realized that experiment to play a particular way against the Caribbean team wouldn't work. Then the final game was against Hornet Garden. They were out. They tried, but we overpowered them, and we get through as the winner. When we reached there, we scout Mocha, which was the good thing about a Mocha and a Cibo is that we were able to scout them. We weren't able to scout Robin Hood because they have no professional league, so you just don't see them really playing as much. Even if you see them in the Caribbean Cup, it's just like a 1 game, and you don't get a full sense of what they are doing. But Mocha, we went there and we drew the game. As you know, I heard somebody was saying that the fields are better over there. That's why we can't play good now, people. Sabina Park and Stadium is much better than both the fields that we play in Dominican Republic. It's not even close. They are much better. And we drew that one. But we saw some differences too. And some things that we could exploit. And if you look at the Mocha game, we went into one zone like repeatedly. And we won that 7-0. Of course, we get 2 red cards, but we're already 4-0 up. Then Cibao. Now, Cibao is a different kettle of fish. They are highly financed, resourced. They have their own stadium. They have everything you can think of. And we believe that it will be difficult to beat Cibao at Cibao, not care what. I have seen the calls that go for them there. I saw one in Real Hope where the referee blew. Everybody stopped, but they fought continue and score, and they gave the goal. I mean, it's ridiculous. To beat them there too is one of the hardest things you could have ever do. Even in our game, there was a whole heap of things happening. Calls that, we got foul play and we didn't get back the ball, but the call went the other way. There was some corner call that we thought they are the ones we thought about. So we know what we're going to come up against when we reach over there. So let me explain. First of all, they didn't allow us to train on the pitch, the match pitch. So already you can kind of see what is happening, because when they come here, we have to let them train on the pitch 7 o'clock the night before the game the following day. And we wanted to train 8 o'clock in the morning. That the day before, the day before them I say, no, you can't train on the pitch. That's I don't know what them reason is, but we couldn't train on the pitch. Them sent us to a pitch, and there was baseball playing on the other side, perpendicular beside us, and the people were hitting baseball over the fence on the pitch when we were there. I mean, what could happen if a baseball hit somebody in the head with them? Nah, really look. So we had to be, circumvent. So I mean, people don't even understand what you go through.
I saw some videos of the players running out of the hotel rooms because there were some firecrackers.
Yeah, we don't have any proof that it's them, in fairness, because we never seen nobody on a shirt and all that, but there was a lot of noise around the hotel and everything. So, I mean, we go and we do what we have to do. In the finals, of course, I was shocked when they went ahead 2-0. 1 minute of madness from our side. And they went ahead 2-0. But In the half, as I say, I just tell the players, say, listen, players, we always have to score 1 goal. Even if them never score, so don't worry about the 2 goals. We just need to go back out there and score 1 goal. And then the plan was to change gear, and we changed gear. We looked at. So a part of the game is psychological. So let me explain. When team, and you learn these things when you're the higher you study. When team lead, subconsciously they want to protect leads. So at halftime, we know they were going to try and protect the lead that they have, right? But also, you have to look at players who did exceptionally well in the first half. They are the ones likely to do less potent in the second half. So the right back was the one who was carrying the attack to us in every attack in the first half. So we targeted him and said, well, he must run out of steam eventually because the amount of running he was doing in the first half. So we put Harvey around there and said, Harvey, just keep running. And Harvey was around him time and time again. Harvey wounded him with the running that Harvey came back. So, and we also realized that they didn't deal with crosses, squares is on the ground, crosses in the air. They didn't deal with squares well, or crosses, if that matters, some of them. And that is why, if you notice, all the chances we get were balls coming from the flank, we penetrate and cut back in the second half. So we had a very good worked out plan how we were going to get to them. And we probably should have scored 2-3 more goals. So it wasn't like a case where once we didn't panic. Once we went in 2-0 at the half, we know we'd get to them. The other thing is that the team is much older than ours, and we know the running would get to them in the last. Yeah, we should have scored some more goals, but that's how it goes sometimes. But again, the plan in the first leg was based on what we know will happen in the second leg. Don't concede, score a goal. And if we didn't get a lead, would have known, say, when we reach over there, we need to score our way goal. So that was always the plan. And we just feel happy when our plan comes together.
Yeah. Listen, thanks to Tyrone, says, bless up management and congratulations to Mr. Speid with the super stick. And then Dave Stone says, blessings management. Congratulations to your charges, your support staff, and to you, Mr. Speid. You're absolutely the real deal. All the best for the future. Brain Drain says, there's mental, talking about what you were saying about the mental and the psychological of the game. And the other earlier comment, Mr. Speed, because we're going to get into the game because there are a couple of stuff. Because one is, let me just take this one. I think Triple E is asking if for some of those treatment, can they be reported and be fined? Although some of these clubs, I know that some of these countries in Central America in particular, they don't mind being fined the $5,000 or the $3,000. But could you report them to CONCACAF and they be fined?
I have already reported them. They asked me for feedback and I type everything in there that happened because it's unfair. I remember when Tigers came here to play the ladies, we had like 4 matches at the stadium, and CONCACAF people insisted they use the practice on the pitch. Even when the rain was falling, I was saying, but you might match up the pitch. Them insist, and then tell us Cavaliers that we couldn't train on the same stadium pitch, but one team from overseas can come and train on the same stadium pitch. So we couldn't go there, These are some of the things that happen, and I'm saying, come on, this can't be fair. I mean, and I didn't make a big deal out of that, but this particular one, no, they fly down in them jet and them train on our field 7 o'clock. We go up there and we can't get the pitch to train on with the excuse about them protecting the pitch. So why nobody want to protect the Jamaica pitch, which is just ridiculous. So these are some of the things we go up. There's another thing that, boy, I may not even know how to say that one here. The players them on the pitch, they might grab off our players' private parts for the player and react as well. They know so we're homophobic. It's something just distasteful, Well, I mean, I know. And,
really?
Yes, it's just distasteful. I don't know. Anyway, them see people will look like us, they know so we're homophobic. And then when they go, one call nobody near who they do it because but them deliberately, do those things to kind of see if the player react badly if you get a card. Then them step on the player, they anchor them a pass. I mean, I say then they refer them to see these things. Them always have VAR. I mean, I say VAR I can't for penalty alone. VR must be these assault, because to me, a sexual assault that, you know. I mean, it was awful. So people don't understand what you have to go through to win this game. But a good thing, me know it happened already. It happened to the real team and me, and them, you know, me keep on telling me play them from about 2 days. Look, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Just be calm. This is going to happen. This is just going to happen. You know, and I just saw we kind of negate it and come home with the trophy. As you rightly said, some people don't care, you know. Or they win the trophy, you know. They don't mind pay 5 and 10 and 15,000.
Cibo own so many things. They can pay the fine.
Yeah, but they win. But I told our team, say, no, we have to win, no care what them do. Just calm, provoke. Even one of the cars where I saw my player, Calvin, get in at the box, and then literally push him down, you know. So me I say, where VAR there when you need it?
Yeah, I think, yes, I saw you signaling for the VAR.
Yeah, where VAR there when you need it?
Yeah. But, so you were able to keep to be honest, you know, because even Cranky, he was on the show yesterday, and many people were saying that your demeanor on the sideline, like even when you were down, is not like you were, you know, you got emotive and all of that, but you kept your composure, which probably is why the players are able to do that, because they have a coach on the sideline who is very composed. I don't say your bench getting up and, you know, remonstrating with the officials, and I think that really helped. But there are a couple of things concerning the game that we need to ask. Again, thanks, Brandon. He says, how do I get my comment in color like those in green and orange? I don't know. We got Brandon. But let me just get to the game. You brought on a striker, got a goal, missed it, and then like, I mean, most coaches, for whatever the reason, maybe there were other factors, because some people said that he was not tracking back enough, wasn't working hard enough, and that may have been the reason why he was substituted. All right. Explain to us, like, what was going through your mind when you brought him on and substituted him, because I know that as a player, that would be devastating. But when the team wins, all of that is forgotten. What kind of courage does it take for a coach to put on a player right after a mistake, probably 5 minutes after that? He just get pulled out of the game. What if that had backfired? What if, you understand me? Yeah, but talk to us through that process and know how you are able to talk to a player like that in a big game like this, where that up. What do you do to talk to the player so you can understand the reason for the decision and that it ultimately work out for the good of the team?
So remember, when we equalize in the 54th minute, we just never need anything else but not concede a goal, right?
Yeah.
But after that, we got opportunities. There was one of our players beat everybody, and we had 3 players on the 18-yard box, so I'm just roll it across him, take a shot, right? So we missed that opportunity. Then that said player in the 84th minute, we got another opportunity. I thought it was easy, and normally he would have scored those. Normally those he would have buried him with my shot, because he's that type of player. Don't play a lot, but he's lethal around the box. And then we got some more opportunities, but it's not the miss while we pull him. They had the 2 wing back was marauding. They were coming. So any winger that you put on the pitch must be able to track back with the wing back. And then he just wasn't tracking back. So I had to look on the bench for a player who's going to track back. Because at that time, it's not the goal we need. It's more we need to defend what we have. But at the same time, I knew that they were going to be giving me chances afterwards, chance after chance. But it was more important to get a player who could defend than a player who could score at that particular point in time.
Okay, so all right, so understand. But did you give him didn't you give him those instructions to listen? The emphasis of your play must be on the defensive end, right?
No, I don't have to tell him that. He must do both. It must do both. Once you play a wing in the modern game, you can't left the wing back. The wing back going overlap. You can't no one track back as a winger. You have to track back. I don't need to tell you that. You need to know that for yourself.
Okay, but
I did shout it a couple of times.
Okay. All right. The other thing is that the other question, and Duclan also asked this question earlier, because many people, I felt it was strategic that you probably wait until this team in the first half kind of gave a whole lot, and then to put on Aubrey at the end to kind of capitalize on their weary legs, right? Because he was the best, one of the better players in the first leg, gave them a warm time. So many people are saying, was this strategic or it's just the meta according to you, most effective tactic available? Why he didn't start? What was the reasoning behind having him on him on the bench?
So in the first leg, they bring on the number 10 in the second half. I know Charles, I think Hudson Charles is their best player, that number 10, but him aging, but him is easily their best player. And even when the first game when he came on, he was putting through penetrative. He was the only one doing penetrative passes through the middle. But their wing backs in the first game was almost camping out beside the wingers, and they tried the double team. So I said, okay, let us go with 5. Make sure we have a left center half and a wing back to confront the two of them out there, instead of Harvey coming all the way back and doing all of that work as he did in the first half. Because he was literally playing as a wing back on defense in the first half. He was coming all the way back. So I said, okay, let's get rid of.
Right, this is the first game.
First game, yes. So I said, let's get rid of that from him. The other thing is that Atkinson and Calvin are injured players. So I was saying, it better me start the 2 injured players more than start one and pull up and put on next one and then pull up, and we don't get to use them for the whole game. So I said, let us keep Avery, who was the fit player. Anybody go down, him will come on. Because those players could go down anytime. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it no matter. So I said, let us keep Avery to be the first change. And if anything, I would only lose one of my top players them, or if I fill the road for one of my top players them. So that was the plan in a sense. But I told him, say, Avery, you still come win the game for me. And I know, because when you come on, I just know that you're coming. So I spoke to him in good, and that was why we started like that. Because my thing was to kind of keep it tight for the first half, or don't concede, and then let them get anxious in the second half, and then I would take over the transition play. So really, that was what that was the kind of plan. But the plan got thrown out through the window when there was just 1 minute of madness from our defensive unit, and I had to change up things at the same time.
Okay, so that was the reasoning behind it. All right, totally understood. I think even the coach of where is that coach from?
He's from Haiti.
Okay, because sometimes people try to look at people's coaching qualification and thing, but again, tremendous achievement, because I know Harborview has won this before. Been a while now. Portmore has also.
Not this version, though. The version that they won is when everybody go one place and just play till you get a winner.
Okay.
This is a new version.
Right. You're the first Jamaican team to won it. This
version where you play home and away, travel up and down, and 2-way final and semi-final.
Yes.
The other tournament was 6 teams go, and you're in a 2, 1, or 3, and you play semi-final and final and come up. That was what we used to obtain.
Okay. All right. And so what this means now for what about you? How important? Let me, before I get to what lies ahead, how important is your support staff? And because I'd love for you to shout them out, just the people, because outside of your players, you must have a very good support staff.
So the immediate ones, some people don't want to shout out, because I'm one of the most resourceful things you'll ever find in Jamaica. My doctor is a Harvard trained, and him look after me, play them medically. I don't want to shout out. Social media people don't want to shout out. Just private people who work for us, them gladly do it. But like Everdeen Scarlett, Omar Stanley, Colin Wilson, those are the persons that is around the team all the time. They are around under 13, under 15, under 17, senior team, women team. They are the ones who do all of the conditioning, around the team all of the time. And those ones, we should shout out. But we have other people that work with us too.
Yeah. All right. So going Brendan is asking who is the Harvard Trade President.
One of the best in the world. He's one of the best in the world. I didn't say Jamaica. Those people do, So we have good people around us, man. We have lawyers, we have everybody that work, we have accountants, we have a whole heap of good people. They're not necessarily interested in football like that. They just want to help the club.
Wonderful. All right. You also on the interview you did on your platform, you spoke about just your humility in calling just other persons when you have games like this to get talk to us a little bit about that and why that is important to you. Anyway, big up Mr. United from one umbrella who also, I know that he gives support to Cavaliers in that home leg and stuff, and will always get tickets and have drum and all of those things. So big up one umbrella and Mr. United. But talk to us about that, Mr. Speid. Because you did mention that when people play against you, they're playing against 19 other coaches.
It could be more. Them don't know which coach I'm playing against. So no. What happened is that I do coaching education at the B license level, right? I can do that, and as I told you before, I did the A license twice. And based on that, and I do the FIFA coaching education program. So I've met a lot of good people over the years, and I've kept in touch. I've been kind to them; they have been kind to me. But also, so if there's so I could, and they have a lot of research and a lot of styles, teams, countries. They have a lot of research and all of that. So at time to time, if I'm playing a difficult game or somebody, I would make a call and say, "What you think about this?" Even if they would give me their feedback, and I'll either take it or not take it. But there's a lot of people who I can talk to, and the people are some pretty important people. People who run FIFA coaching education, people who teach coaching educators to coach. And they're from Europe, South America, all over the world. People who I can just take up the phone call and just ask them anything I want to ask them about the game. And I've done it a lot of times. But also, which is more important, we are called coaching educators, not coaching instructors anymore. So when we teach a class, the whole idea is to make sure that the knowledge that everybody have in the class comes out. And the knowledge that I have to give them comes out too. So when you leave a coaching class, right, you are supposed to be knowledgeable as everybody. You're supposed to get the best of everybody who is in the class, and you understand. So that is how we approach coaching education, and that is how we pick up a lot of things from this. I pick up the best of all the coaches, and I really don't forget anything. So even if me go to a coach, a B license course, when we finish it, if me have 14 students, me know what the 14 of them know. When them come, I make sure so them express themselves in the class. Me know all of the best things about them, and I don't forget. So I'm saying that all of those experiences that people have, I get to use them because I don't forget, and I tend to pick out the good ones and see how them can help the club in any way.
Yeah, okay. All right. There's this idea still floating out. Let me just take this one from TikTok. He says, Mr. Speid, congrats on your accomplishment. Did you meet the Haitian coach at any of your CONCACAF coaching courses? And he's asking what certificate does he have, meaning the coach that you're up against.
No, I don't know what type of coach what he has, but he has all. I don't know what type of coaching certification he has. I've never met him when I've been. Remember, I've only been to 2 coaching courses in the Caribbean, 2 A license. The other one was done here in Jamaica. I've never met him. I don't know what he has.
Okay. All right. There is still this. I know now you're in the round of 16, right? So you automatically go to the round of 16. You don't have to play in the earlier stages. Is that so?
Correct. So we are a seeded team. We are one of the 5 seeded team in the competition.
Awesome. All right. So that's good for you because because you were unseeded last year, you got basically the top team based on ranking, which was 6.
Yes, we were the lowest ranked team.
And they were coming off the major league soccer triumph. So therefore, they were one of the top seed. You were the lower seed. And so hopefully the tie will be not easy, but not as hard as previous. What are the plans, especially on a fan level for the home leg? Because I see Richard Green and people from Portland keep on saying that you need to come to Portland and get the people out there. What are the plans to at least? Because I think the team deserve it. The team deserves support just because they are young, not even because of you, but because of but because of the team. And I'm going to tell you why. If I look at stars, I would say that maybe Richard King and Busy, you have very good players. You have the right players. They may not be the best player across Jamaica, but they are the right players for Cavaliers. But in terms of star quality, you don't say, boy, Cavaliers have this star and that star. So it's just a good team, good coach, good system. How do you get fans to come out and support you, having had this major accomplishment? Because the reality, Mr. Speed, if Arnett was playing in the stadium, fans would be there. And Waterhouse or Mount Pleasant. So
that's not really true, not in the Caribbean Cup, because when we played Mount Pleasant, there's 300 people come. And when we played Arnett Garden, it's probably...
Well, you know what? That was a very tricky Mount Pleasant situation, given Mount Pleasant situation. So let's leave it at that. If everything was the way it ended the season, then you'd have seen something different. But there were changes. But in reality, if Arnett was playing in the finals of the first leg, I think there'd be more people in the stadium. And even Waterhouse would have brought up more people. Mobile United and Mount Pleasant and even Portmore. So what are the plans to kind of get more support out there?
So I am not good at everything.
Portland calling out for you, man.
Yeah, but Portland I don't feel for my player. I'm not good at everything, right? So may I get some people to deal with the marketing side of it, because we can't manage that. May have to try and stay on the technical and the financial side, but may have some people who deal with the marketing side. So that is in the works. We're getting a new chairman for the club, and he's going to be responsible for dealing with that.
And maybe you need to get one of these supporters group, either the Reggae Boys community or the One Umbrella.
Oh no, we have a next plan too. The academy, we're going to step up the academy that we have. Because if we are able to get 200 persons in the academy, that 200 parents, that's a base. Every Jamaica household is like 4.5 to 1, so that's a base where we can start from. So we have that plan in place to get 200 academy players, 200 parents to come to the games, and say they will encourage other people to come. So that's another plan that we have working on it.
All right. For those of you who want to call in and congratulate Mr. Speed, you can, but Corris, Carnif, all is our problem pronouncing that name says, he says, Mr. Speed, when you're going to play against Sir Speed, when you're going to play against Six Boss again, who is Six Boss? Oh, man, hey man, about with that man. I the man with the team will get 6 love in my top, but them man don't want to get me in a problem, on the platform, because screen some of them message here.
The courses is open for everybody, man. Everybody want to do a course can come.
Right. We have Gunners. We have Gunners boss. Gunners boss. Yeah. Good afternoon. Welcome. I am sure. Yeah, man. We have Mr. Rudolph Speid here. His Cavaliers team just won the Caribbean Club Championship. Go ahead.
You read everybody. Bless up yourself, Mr. Speed. Big up yourself.
Respect, my friend.
Respect, my friend. Hear this. Man's man. When you go back in the comment section and read my glowing congratulations to Mr. Speed, because you read a little weak one our brother just put up, and you never read for me strong congratulations. Although me I watch Mr. Speed, I watch the comments, so I know MC. And just never get the time to respond to it yet. Yeah. Big congratulations to you, my boss. Many more success, not just with your domestic team, but all your international and national endeavors. And continue ride and make people mad and ball and talk all kind of things. But all know how you feel is continue winning, because the winning is the thing. You see me?
I agree with you 100%. There's no better feeling.
Yeah, man, me joy full for you when me see you run it on them, man. And you just want to continue run up the Cavaliers and continue under the helpful hands of Manningsman and others. Make the Jamaica team great again. A long time we haven't been great. So, me like what I do right now. And I want to ask you for continued success, especially with the little young youth them. You know, little 35 and 40 and 50-year-old man, they will want to play football and lose them prime and I try to chase it down, you know. Them can go sit down one side. I youth them we are dealing with. I like what you're doing, sir. So all I'm saying is congratulations, more success. But I want to ask you a question before me running Mr. Speed, because I want the whole of the brain drain them and them call. They put hear what them sound like, feminine or masculine. In a while now, you promised me a shirt in Mr. Speed and I look fit, me a harassment man t-shirt.
Me have your shirt, man. Oh, me forget it to you. Me have your shirt. No worry about it. Which one you want, black or white?
Me tell you to give to Mannings, man. All my daughter come to Jamaica and run down and look for Mannings, man, all about a watch riot and man to go be for my shirt and can't find him.
I should tell.
I tell people, say, man, get my shirt and hold on on it and give to me and I give to Mannings.
That's, you know, because you don't want to give Mannings, man, nothing. Because you see, I'm always aware the opposition gears against me. I don't want to give him a shirt. What size you wear again? Just tell me. I'm going to make sure him get it.
Him know, oh, me buy one shirt for the man. You give me a large. Me a large. Me kind of a little bit bigger, but me want it to tight for me. You know what me I say?
No problem. Large.
Yeah, man.
White or black?
You can't pass it.
White or black?
I tell you what, you know. White, no, me too dirty. Me not beard, you know, so me can't wear white. Give me a black one.
Black with a little white on it.
Right. No one when me keep it and when me frame it and put it up. Put your autograph on it too, you know. Man, sign it up. Please and thanks. Sign it up.
Respect.
Yeah, man. That means to say when me frame it up and put it up and it there for 15, 20 years, it not get soil or dirty. It stay black.
All right, Gunners boss. You're going to take our next one.
Man,
respect.
Yeah, man. Big up on yourself and congratulations again. And Mannings, man, just continue to do the good work, you know. And when you hear me, I troll your friend them. I just troll me, I troll them. If them want to take it personal and feel cranky, no matter to me, I sum it up. You hear me? So make them hear all this. And call and tell Cranky to call Mr. Speed and give him respect where he deserve and don't do that sarcasm thing no more. Call the boss now, Cranky, and give him respect to his face and hide your face and talk some sarcastic thing. Come here, listen here and watch everything what you're doing now. Yeah, big up on yourself. I'm gone.
All right, good.
Don't ever try.
God have mercy. Hello. Oh, different caller.
Yes.
Gunners boss. Sorry, I hear. I press something on the phone and the call cut off. Sorry, Gunners boss. So, I apologize to you because, yeah. But caller, welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, man.
Yeah, man. Who is this? Boxwood?
Yeah, big up yourself.
All right, then. Yeah, man. Go ahead. I know you want to talk to Mr. Speed.
Mr. Speed, congratulations on your winning the title.
Thank you.
It cannot go unnoticed in Jamaica that we have a club that is able to go into the Caribbean and win what I consider to be a major trophy. So, congratulations on that.
Thank you, sir.
I have a couple questions for you. The biggest one is how do you respond to the legions of people in the Jamaica football community that says despite your success on the local level and now in the Caribbean, you have so far been unsuccessful in small Europe or big Europe?
In doing what? You have to repeat the last part.
Yeah, you kind of cut off unsuccessful and we didn't hear the rest of it.
Unsuccessful in getting players either into small Europe or big Europe. What seems to be the issue with getting your young players especially to move along into bigger leagues?
Right. So the first problem here is that I am not an agent or a manager. I am a coach. So that's the mistake everybody is making. Me, Rudolph Speid, is not an agent. I've never pretended to be an agent. I've never tried to sell a player in my life. if somebody contact me, all the players are free to choose their own agent, and they have done so. They have their agents, and some of them have signed to big agents and small agents. So I don't know anybody would put that one on me. All I do is to make sure that I develop them up properly as best as I can, so they can do whatever they have to do to get successful. But I must tell you that Paris was sold for over $1 million, just to give you one. Webster is in Macedonia and he's playing for one of the top clubs. Campbell is in Latvia, I can't remember, in Europe. So Alex Marshall went to Canada. Nicholas Hamilton went to Canada and then he went to Europe. I don't know, in Scotland. I don't know if you call that small Europe or big Europe. Jamai Topi was in the USA.
No.
Chevron Marsh is in the USA. I'm just saying to you, there are players who have gone overseas. I have another player in trials now. So I just give them the platform, and I'm not an agent. I never pretended to be. I've never tried to sell a player. So I hope that answer was able to take care of you with that answer.
Okay, yeah. In that answer, you said you're not an agent, but tacitly, I think you were trying to take some credit for getting players overseas in any case.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I'm telling you that those players went overseas because of their agent, where they have gone. I'm trying to say to you that we still have players with caliber for playing at those leagues. It's just that I'm not the one selling them. That's what I try.
Yes, understandable. Yes, understandable. So would it be fair for me then to say that your primary focus is to get these players to play well for Cavalier, and then moving on from Cavalier is not your primary focus?
I've never rolled out myself to be an agent. I don't know anything about agency. I don't know how to sell a player. One thing happens when they come to buy the player from me, I negotiate the price or the terms that I do, but I'm not the one who initiates any contact with anybody to sell anybody.
Okay, I appreciate that response. That's number one. Number two, and Manningsman touched on it earlier, and I'd like to expand on it a bit. Cavalier is a very successful local club. Despite their success, no one can assign Cavalier to a community. And in Jamaica, especially in the corporate area, the most successful clubs are community-based. Arnett Gardens, Waterhouse, Tivoli, you name them. Boys Town, back in the day. How do you reconcile the fact that despite your success, you're not affiliated with a community? You have relatively low fan turnout. Our fan support in terms of fans that support Cavalier. There's really not a really big base. How do you plan to move that into the next phase, where you can be identified either with a quote unquote community, or B, have widespread fan support that you can identify with?
Again, we just talked to somebody who is going to become the chairman of the club. That's his portfolio, not mine. I know which lane I must stay into, and I have stayed in my lane. And my job is not to, look, whether one fan come or 1 million fan come or 2 million fan, I just coach to win. That's my job. So we have other people in the club that take over marketing and notice our social media hype now. And we have a new chairman, and him going to deal with those things. That was never my job. I have no competence in those things, and I won't pretend to have any competence there. But Cavalier is associated with Mountain View, Nannyville. That era is where our team really come from.
Agreed. But you would understand, though, Mr. Speid, that when somebody says Cavalier in Jamaica, Mr. Rudolph Speid is almost synonymous with that. Anything related to Cavalier, you are the person that we see. So your role, as far as the rest of Jamaica is concerned, is not limited to technical aspects and coaching. It's almost seem as if Rudolph Speid runs every aspect of the Cavalier Football Club.
All right, so let me just break up your myth right away. Cavalier, as you never listen to the program, we have medical people, Harvard trained, one of the best in the world. We have lawyers, we coming at the top.
I was listening, and I understand that.
So we have social media people.
Yeah,
but just like Man City, Pep is the face. Manchester United, Sir Alex is the face. You tell me, say Pep cook the food too and wash the back, like some people led to believe say me do that a Cavalier. It's not true. No, it's not true. Anytime you see, so there's no truth that people just because head cook and back wash sound good. Jamaica people just hold on pan that and things are so echo. No, it's not so echo. We have other people, very good professionals in the business. I am in charge. I am the sporting director. That's what I am in charge of. Anything to do with sport. The sport.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's about all that I have, but I will leave with this. You are the face of the club,
Yes.
and you would also agree that Mr. Speid is a very polarizing character in Jamaican football. And
no,
in my personal opinion,
I don't agree.
in my opinion,
that's your opinion.
In my personal opinion, yeah.
That's your opinion about 5
in my personal opinion, the marketing need to change. And if you are the only face that we see, there's a segment of the populace that suspect that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So let me just explain something to you, because you probably just go up on your talk show and listen to all media talk. You see, when Rudolph Speid gone away in Jamaica, go play football, I want people line up, one ask, I'll tour. If me go a center, I'll tour, people line up and wait to talk to me. If me go a Montego, be the same thing. People line up and me say, but me attack me, so they will wait. You don't know anything that happening in the real world. So, so if you say me polarizing, why would so much people line up to talk to me every single way me go in Jamaica? Me can't go nowhere in Jamaica and somebody don't know me and come over and say Speid.
I think the polarizing was saying, I think it is that.
Him a box food and 9 people.
Mr. Speid, polarizing does not mean.
Let me finish talk.
Polarizing doesn't mean everybody dislike it.
Hold on, box food.
Box food, are you and 9 people? You see me? Me can sit down on my desk now and me can call 99.9% of the people and then call me back. I'm not talking about everybody in Jamaica. I'm not talking about people who just watch football. I don't know what you are talking about. I'm one of the most loved person in Jamaica. You and about 10 people think say that's not the case. I'm sorry for you. If you see all of them people me tell you about I'm a resource, them do them for me for free. You see when me advertise all for my matches them for play in Jamaica from billboards throughout the country, I don't even pay a cent. People just call me and say, Speid, come where you want me billboard them? You don't have a clue what happened. People call me and say, you want my house to stay in, for your players them stay. People call me and say, you want food? You don't have a clue what happened. Stop listening to fool people. There's no way Cavalier could have so successful and everybody not like me. Not majority of people in Jamaica love me like cook food. Let me tell you some more things about. You may know where you get that from.
Boxwood?
I'm here.
All right, so say a final piece and then we'll go. Yeah.
Mr. Speid, the word polarizing. Mr. Speid, the word polarizing does not mean.
You are your 10 friend then, Boxwood. Boxwood, ask anybody when me do coaching education from the whole 800 students that me teach in the last 3 years. All of them love me. Then call me phone every day, then send me text and send me WhatsApp. Boxwood, where you getting something from? Top chat foolishness. And you and 9 people think so. Nobody else. Pure foolishness on the talk. You know much people call me every day when I serve on them board, all of them committees and something. Back to the way you come from. Yeah, and about 9 people chat pure foolishness. Go sit down.
Oh, I think the caller is
gone. Business. Get somebody else who have sense.
Hello?
Oh, yes, Coach Minty.
Is this the Rudolph Speid and Cavalier show?
I want to go on Sir C.
Yo, look like on a box lunch or a box food a while ago. Anyways, big up to Mr. Speid, big up to management. Mr. Speid, congratulations to you and the team, you know. I mean,
Thank you.
you have proven again that the job that you have been doing at Cavaliers, no fluke. And again, the coach's education that you'd have received, it is paying dividends because as an A-licensed coach, you prove so whatever you learn, it a transfer to the footballing landscape and you win big title. This is not a teacup, you know. This is a champion glass, you know.
Thank you, sir.
So, you yourself, I mean, you have people like Box Lunch and others where I go stick to them notion, Mr. Speid, because of this conflict of interest thing. But you know, so you have to go deal with that. That's something you can let go off.
No, but it deal with
that. But
which means it. Well, I know it deal with because me tell you what. Me sign the conflict register at JFF. FIFA have the conflict register. They come out here and then look at everything we do, and they're not nothing bad to say about me because we can everybody have conflict, you know, and every conflict perceived, but who act on it, that's the key. And I've never acted on it for benefit myself. That's the key, you know. Nobody could find one occasion where I've acted on it to benefit myself. So
yeah, man, me get all of that, you know, Mr. Speid.
Right.
But I'm saying, remember the initial notion of you.
Yeah, but look here. So somebody now believes saying, all right, maybe I win the Jamaica Premier League because me can't fit. They think me get beneficial treatment, which is not true. But say the perception is there. But the Caribbean Cup, the Caribbean Cup, why me win that? So there must be some thing where we still have to go instead of you just come with this.
No. Yeah, but remember me initially saying, no, this goes to show that the coaching education that is taking place is paying off. Because
coach means you only have that because in McGrath team got a final the Costa Cup and in coach Jeremy is one of the coach. You're thinking easy. Talk about McGrath.
I'm a coach, coach, you know. I'm a coach, coach, you know.
Them no know, man. Me know, me Mr. Speid, me know everything that go on, you know, man. Don't think say me no know, you know. Me know everything, you know. See? But me probably not talk, but me know all where I go on. And a matter of fact, all of them youth are my brethren same way. Me know all of them. See? But when I say Mr. Speid, it goes to show that the coaching education appear because see there, you go to Trinidad and it was beaten down on that, you know, why you have to go to Trinidad, we need some. I mean, me still believe so the licensing still need to be upgraded, but this is a step in the right direction because it is showing and proving that once the coaches are educated, then of course they will transfer the knowledge and then the footballer will play a little bit better. You see what I say? So kudos to that. And I mean, as we say, one Speid badness, you go on the thing. We have to laugh when you do your thing, Mr. Speid. And when you mess up, we talk about that same way. But right now, on a mess up time, a triumph time, and we have to big you up for what you do with Cavalier. Some youngsters. I mean, when you look on Cavalier, you might not have no outright one or two player where really can pull a crowd in a national stadium or so by in a park. But Cavaliers playing like a team. Not the best in the West, but at least you can see the transformation where the team go through. Now, one time you never used to coach some Mr. Speid.
No.
You never used to coach some, you know.
No, and we can assure you.
So it is the coaching education you believe that has made a difference to how, or it is just a years of experience, or it is both?
Coaching education.
Both. Because he have experience, yeah, man. I remember saying, if you don't see the transformation, then no growth would have taken place. Of course, there's growth in the football. It might not be an exuberant or a big chunk of growth, but of course, there's growth in the football. We're not going to run that. All right, yes, when I watch the football, manins, I watch the in a Jamaica versus the football in a EPL or wherever else you watch. You see the movement, the passing of the ball are the same way them build up play and all of these little things, making the transition. The only thing is that those players might be more technically gifted than our players. But at the same
discipline. They'll make the same pass 9 out of 10 times. We might change.
Exactly. So in football, there's growth in the football, man. Definitely there's growth. Of course, what happening now in the Caribbean, isn't this the first time this is happening? A Jamaican club winning the championship?
No, this format of it, because remember, Harbourview won it twice and Portmore won it twice, but it was a completely different style.
They went to one location,
different style.
6 teams. They went to one location, the 6 teams, and then just battle it out there. That's what used to happen before.
You're right, but this format is different.
Yeah.
Which is showing growth again, because it more in tune to what else is happening in the world of football as well.
More like the European.
So that's why So that's why I said the first this happened. So kudos to Mr. Speid again and him team. And I mean, just go on the way I do, and the sky is the limit. You see me I say, but you need to try get some UEFA probably licensing. They get to me I say, or try get it on the islands or some people. I'll do it hard for getting us still, you know.
No, but it's the same UEFA persons who teach in a UEFA teach our course, you know. That's what I keep on telling everybody. So, it's the same person.
But Mr. Speid, why not have some accreditation we can give a B license, UEFA B, or start it at one lower level?
So what happened?
The same people there.
Yeah, so what happened, let me explain that to you. Each confederation have them coaching, coaching, what the word? Can't remember the word now, but each confederation, like how you have UEFA and South America, they issue a license, and all their member states can teach a license if they have the standard. So that is what CONCACAF didn't have any. So CONCACAF say, okay, we are going to do the same thing where everybody apply, and then each member state can issue their own license, which will be recognized on the whole of CONCACAF. Trinidad was the first person out of the gate. Right, so they because they have one of FIFA in Anton Carnegie, who's a FIFA instructor. He has the standard already. Him personally, just call friends people from South America and people from Europe and say, "Come teach the course in a Trinidad." But are the same people and teach the course in those two confederations.
Jurisdiction.
Yes. So that is why CONCACAF was willing to accredit him right away. We can teach A license standard. In Jamaica, we don't have no such person. The highest we have in Jamaica now is to teach B, which is me and Peart.
It's to teach it B.
So we can't do A license in Jamaica. So even the A license we're running in Jamaica, we're running one now, but we're still using people from England, Trinidad, and South America, because we can't teach it. So we still have to call it a Trinidad A license. So until we reach that stage, then no, right? But it's the same education you get. There's nothing different.
So the same curriculum then, so to speak. But it just don't go over in a different jurisdiction like a UEFA or whatever.
So now when CONCACAF now and UEFA would have to come together. So and say, if you do it in a CONCACAF, it's good in a UEFA. If you do it in a UEFA, it's good in a CONCACAF. So that arrangement has not been made, but that's where they're going to.
Okay, all right. So the next point I want to make still is that with what is happening in world football, I mean there's also persons who have a pushback where the coach's education is concerned, because it seems as if it is putting football in a box. You know, have no flair type of player again. Players are not allowed to express themselves. The game changed to probably a winger type of a flair baller. You think that it is basically confining coaches to a particular style of play, and they are not allowed to express themselves with a system that they have?
No, I don't think so. You still have, I mean, football is the most watched sport still. And remember, coaching education was always in Europe and in South America. We are just catching on. And those are the two most successful confederation. They have won all the
federation.
So I don't think so. I think when you learn at a high level, you're able to manage situations. And you have to and at a high level, you're able to recognize what you can do to counter what is happening. So we went with that plan.
Yep.
And by the time we start in a 20, in a which minute, the 27th and 28th minute, the plan leak out out a Cavalier because we're down 2-0. If it was 5 years ago, we probably would get 5-0. Because I probably wouldn't even know what to do. But I know exactly.
So in-game management would have thought of that, yeah.
Not only management and education and the psychological part of the game. It has nothing to do with the physical part of the game. Because when we go in, the first thing I said to the players, forget the 2-0 because I only need a 1 goal to win because we have a 1 goal coming from Jamaica and this is a away goal. Because they must distract. We have done 2. We are though. No worry. We're good. So then we said, the right back who carry all of the attack, he must tired. Harvey, are you on him? Imagine him work 45 and you don't start work yet. Come tell me what you can do against him. And I know them going to drop back the line because they are lead. Those things me know from psychology. Now nothing to do with football, That way they know what happened because of the high level of studying. So we can exploit it, right? That's how we get the one good knocking, a passing sequence where we get the first goal. So the whole idea of how to manage game and playing at moments, if you don't have education, you'll struggle.
I strongly believe in the education, Mr. Speid, and from an individual standpoint, education is really a good thing, even though sometimes it can skew a particular way, but I still believe in education because if you look on the educated people, they are quote-unquote educated people. They are more, what do I call it now, affluent than persons who are not really educated. But that probably can be another discussion. But one other thing, Mr. Speid, because based on the wave where you're upon, you surf right now, do you have any thoughts, and not just a thought, but to materialize those thoughts of coaching any of the national team? Because as one of the best coaches, the leading coaches in the island right now, things say you need to step up to probably a assistant coach, probably, and give your coaching acumen to the youths them in any of the teams them right now.
It's a complex question because I was offered that before. Why either become a coach or become the chairman of the technical committee. That is always been offered to me, and I have always chosen to stay as a member of the technical committee because for the long-term development of Jamaica, I think that's best for the country, not for me personally. It's best for the country. Let me tell you why. You have seen the progress with the coaching education, right? The men's Premier League revamp. That was, I work on it assiduously. People just don't know because people give other people the credit for it. No. Club licensing, that's me. Make sure me and my committee, the technical committee, make sure that those in place. Just notice we start have teaming and training all over a year now for tournaments. That's us again, right? So there's a whole heap of things we are doing. So now is the Women's Premier League. We are revamp it and come with it new, and we'll just get that pan track again. And the elite youth competition and grassroots, we're working on those. Tier 2 competition, we work on those. So I believe, yes, it's good for coach one team and try qualify one team to the but what we're trying to know is to build capacity, so we'll be able to qualify team after team after team after team after team. So really, I grapple with the idea all the time, but I believe I'm in the right place right now.
So you essentially believe that you can help the nation's football in the capacity that you are as an administrative technical committee in the person. That's what you're saying.
And you see the proof. We have like 8, 9 on. When we just come in, we never see license coach. Now we have like 28 people doing them AR doing it. We are at the B license, we have nearly 100. At the C, we have about 200. At the D, we have like 600 going up. So,
but hold on, Mr. Speid. Hold on. Me know I hear all of those statistics, but what evidence separate and apart from you, what evidence do you have that is documented that these licensing are actually impacting the football in a positive way?
Period.
Is it that you look at what you call it now? How teams are playing the transition of youngsters from this age group to the Premier League and those stuff. How you really judge that aspect of it?
I can't tell you that there is any scientific, but if you look at the amount of players leaving Jamaica to play overseas, this has been the most rapid period of time. The amount will go every year. That's one. If you look at the people who do the A license, their teams are in the finals and winning things. The period, the Basti Reynolds, the schoolboy, the Miran Garden. If you look on McGrath, those coaches, before that, you would see other names popping up. But if you notice who is popping up now, these are the people who said do the courses. So, I mean, that by itself, you know what, a thesis of everything is usually what private sector people pay for. Private sector buy the best things. Theodore Whitmore, Fergie. If you notice, these are the people that private sector go for. If the coaches them people who come to our program, that alone give you an idea. You know, that's something that is going.
That means you will take a couple more because they must say we need multiple phone lines, you know.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, so I take up so much time, but you don't know if you call in and big up Mr. Speid, you know.
Big up McGrath, you know.
Yeah, man. What man is a can't make me left and say that, man.
Well,
listen to me.
Basically, a certain team I get under 3-1 right now. In a World Cup final. Call on him because I don't want to get in no trouble. You talk about McGrath.
Anyways.
And if at a certain team that you see that man will coach a team there, if me I read it right like I laugh, in come on my school too. Sorry.
Anyways, big up McGrath, you know. You see McGrath High School. Last night I do a live and chat about it too, you know, man. Yo, me I tell us a father team that I come from, you know. 2017, Jeremy and Thomas put in a proposal and we say, yo, we have a help and put hands and heart together. And we reach a semi-final 2019. We win a Ben Francis 2023. And now we're so close to win a Dakar Cup. That you call growth, man. Is it me I say?
That you call coaching course.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we have to applaud that for real, Mr. Speid. We have to applaud that. But everything come together, but at the helm of it are the coach's education. For me, for real.
Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, man. All right, big up Mr. Minzy. Yeah, man.
All right, cool. Big up Mr. Speid.
Yeah. All right, people. Far from you hear the man on the phone and a one line we have, you know. And you nah stop call. Why you do that, man? Welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
My youth, you need to tell me. Sorry, my apologies. Good evening. Good evening to Mr. Speid. It's evening where I'm at, yeah? But, yeah, man, you have got to tell a YouTube colleague them say they need to invite Mr. Speid on their show, but them can ask him all of these questions. We don't have time. Yeah, we don't.
So
leave them call for the mere fans.
I need to cut your time. Is that what you're saying?
Leave this institute, tell them, man, they say, leave them time to the mere fans them. Who just want to get in one and two questions? That's all we want.
Yeah, my friends, I can't. Don't waste your time, boss. Leave the man call a load of
and I won't.
Maximize your time for your call. Talk to Mr. Speid, you know.
And that me do. I just three things we call for, one, to congratulate Mr. Speid and winning the whole thing, because that is not an easy feat. Being in the Caribbean and the Caribbean, it is not an easy feat. Yeah. So congratulations again, my boss. Job well done. Then, another thing, I'm gonna use the opportunity to remind you about the whole thing that we spoke about with the coaching thing, the bylaws. Just to remind you.
All right.
Yeah, man, use an opportunity.
You know what I'm gonna look for right now. Let's go make me.
Yeah, every day the man them ask me. Every day. Lastly, though,
So, you know, just set up a Zoom
I said I
meeting.
need.
Fabi, all you do, you know, just set up a Zoom meeting with all the coaches and invite Speed.
Yeah, we can do that too.
That could be an idea, you know. That could be an idea, you know. To tell you the truth,
Yeah.
that could be a really good idea. And that's why you're there in the morning, so you can chip in where you can, you know. But yeah, when I watched part of the game because I came in late from a practice game, so I watched the last part. I think it was already 2-1. And I saw the amount of chances Cavaliers get, but mind you, they defended very well. Like they defended very well, but the chances in the latter part, man, them chances have to be buried. You get what I mean? Put the game out of sight. It should have at least been out of sight already. So those are some of the things I look at. Whereas one-on-one opportunities and these type of things that could have get dealt with. But Mr. Speed, this is what I wanted to say because I've watched Cavaliers in the local league, watched them in the Caribbean Cup, and sometimes I wonder if Cavaliers play up and down to their opponent. Meaning, depending upon the level of the opponent, they play up to them. Or if the level is down, they play down to. I wonder. Because when they come back in the league sometimes, I'm saying this cannot be the same team that played in the Caribbean Cup. Because some of the things that they are doing, I said, hell no. Like when I watch you play in the Caribbean Cup, man, them play so well. Then when you come and then play against maybe, they will use the team racing because of the result. But I'm saying I wonder if the man play up and down to the opponent. They are much better than what they're doing most of the times.
Yeah. Inconsistency.
So that is one of the things I'm looking at.
Yeah.
No, so it's two reasons. One is when it comes to the league in Jamaica, we have to give a lot of young players opportunities. That are the young ones, because on a regular basis, people don't even 1 year we lost 12 players. Next year, like last year, we lost 8. So the only way I'm able to keep competitive is to give opportunities to players. So for instance, I might decide, say this year, we're playing 26 match, I'm going to make some rookie player play 10 games or 15 games. Because, and it is done scientifically, because next year, we might need him to step up in the team as a starter. So one of the things that allows me to do that is because the league is not a league. It's really a top 6 and then I'm out. So as long as I'm in the top 6, I don't mind taking chances, you know. So that is really what I'm wasting up and down. Because of the rest of the amount of players I lose every year.
All right, Fabi.
Yeah. No, you're not doing that in the youth. You're not do that.
Oh, you're not
because
yeah.
You make me to take a piece of time, youth. You're not do that. But lastly, though, I'm gone because I heard they talk about this whole coaching education thing, and only if the people in Jamaica find out how important this is, youth, them would have less argument or less argumentative. Because when they go against the whole Trinidad thing, what they don't really understand is Trinidad just hosting the thing, you know.
Yes.
Most of the content is actually from Europe. They're just hosting it. You get what I mean? They just need a host nation and then they bring the content and then that's where the coaches meet. Besides that, you could get all the content in the world. If you don't do the proper application, man, it's a waste of time.
Yes.
You get what I mean? So you have to be able to apply the content that you get. Because I've been to so much of these things.
But we keep 1 year now, you know, and they're coming back in December for the A-Lice, you know. One group is being kept here. We do have not one Jamaica person lecturing on the course. We just go to sit down and look and learn. Is people from South America, Europe, and Trinidad who do it.
But that people understand. I mean, because I've been to Aruba, Curacao. I mean, where I'm at is mostly Dutch Caribbean. And trust me, when I go into some of these courses, man, when I understand enough of my Dutch in the youth, I just pick up some things because I've been here more than once. So I just pick up some Dutch words and stuff like that. You get what I mean? But the content that we receive is actually European-based content. The Netherlands and stuff like that because we're Dutch Caribbean. So it's mostly Netherlands content and some parts of Europe that they put together. Yeah, I mean, RIP to Mr. Niskin. But trust me, when you get somebody teaching from these top coaches, youth, believe you me, it is easier to apply when you actually go into your own team. and you could actually see the difference because, as he said earlier, that playing 5 years ago, they're probably losing it. You know what I mean? So that's what the education do to you. It causes you to actually think pragmatic. It actually you have to think logical sometimes in some situations. And because you've been there so many times, then you know to apply the new information you get when time you have your team. So that's what the education is for. But it's imperative that a lot more coaches get into it.
All right, boss. All right, thank you. All right, so
big up.
Yeah, man, big up yourself. Yesterday we had Cranky and he was talking about the same coaching education, so he's here today. But Mr. Speed, let me just go back to Boxwood because when Boxwood was saying you were a polarizing figure, he wasn't talking about it from a negative perspective. He's just because of the varied opinion. It's like you're the face. So just wanted to make that clear because
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That's not what was communicated to me. Boxwood come on the line and just talk one way. That's me understand.
All right. So do not people in the comment section now, because we can't I try not to follow up the comment section sometimes because Peso and
enjoy himself, man.
All right.
Man, you really start.
No, but I tell him to just relax.
Yeah, respect people communication. Come on.
But we have to deal with the respect, all right? So as long as all right, Cranky. Welcome. You were talking about coaching education yesterday. So
here's what I want you guys to do is write down the things that I've talked about and what I've suggested. Would I prognosticate? Would I stipulate something? Would I say something? And let's see how they stand up to scrutiny and history. And I'm dead serious about that because I think sometimes people look at you and they have certain views on you and they critique and they comment, but they're not taking the substance of what you're saying and what it means, right? We had a discussion yesterday about coaching education, not to beat any drum management, but it's not rocket science, right? If you do something and inform your view, you keep doing something a certain way, you get more information that informs your view and you leverage information. I would hope you would improve, right? It's not rocket science, man. I'm gonna try my best to ignore the comment section.
No, but Andrea and I were not saying that coaching is not.
No, I know you weren't saying coaches is not, but I think
education is not important. What we're saying though is that
I'm not saying that you were saying that actually. What I'm just saying in general is that sometimes people disregard you and dismiss you for whatever reason they want to. And when you have a lot of experience in life and you've been involved in certain situations in life and you want to impart that knowledge and they don't want to take it, that's their prerogative. Right? It's not beating your chest, it's their prerogative, what they want to do. So my hope is that though people realize that people on these platforms sometimes may be critical, but they also do want to help and they want to provide advice and perspective and you can take it or leave it. That's your prerogative. It's up to you if you want to take it. I've been asked a lot nowadays to give up doing sports on YouTube by family members and others because they have, you know what? There are other platforms you can go talk about. And I'm struggling with that, Mannings, man, because, and not to make this it's not about me, it's about your channel. But it's been challenging off late, actually, especially with the nonsense you hear from people in the comment section. So we'll see what I do come January 1st. But anyway, I'm going to come here to talk about that. I want to congratulate Rudolph on his victory. And not his victory, because I've said this before, Mannings, man.
All right, we'll see how long it will take to get to the congratulations.
I congratulate Rudolph already. He knows I congratulated him already. He and I weren't engaging, and I congratulated him because I'm not like that, Mannings, man. Most people know me. I do not take disrespect well. I can tell you, I have friends I've talked to for 25 years. I don't handle disrespect well. My teacher in high school, in case you can tell you that, because she and I ain't talking 40 years. But anyway, we won't talk about that. I don't take disrespect well. If you disrespect me, as been said, Jamaica, I'm not here to talk about me. Rudolph, congrats. I was impressed with your first leg. I was extremely impressed with the second leg. Right? I didn't think the strategy was right in the first leg, but it's your strategy. And people always use outcome to substantiate what they're doing. And you can bask in the glory that the outcome worked. I thought second leg, you were phenomenal in terms of how you managed that game, especially the change you made with the person between the 75 and 80-something minute. Because I thought when I was watching the game, what is going on here? He got to be taken off the field. And you made a change. And also what you did brilliantly in the game, which people don't realize, is that when you went down 2-0, you were so calm on the sideline because then you'd need leadership to be exhibited and for your team to realize that, you know what, we're still in the game. Because when you were down 2-0, I said to myself, first of all, the first goal, I was so disappointed about. Like, I was like, why would he do that, right?
That's
but for you to, Yeah, the first goal, I just didn't understand the penalty. I didn't understand when you put your hand above your head, Mannings man, and your back turn in today's environment, right? If it was in England, it may not be a penalty. In Europe, it would be a penalty, right? Because he didn't like he's put his hand up to. I don't know why his hand was up anyway. Don't ask me. But anyway, I thought Rudolph did a brilliant job.
But why did that player, how did that player get into the starting 11? Because he wasn't in the first leg.
No, well, whether it's the start level or not, that's up to Rudolph to tell you. I don't know.
You have to remember, say we short staff. We don't have no defenders. We lose our defenders just as the season is going to start with 2 wing backs. So there are always makeshift wing backs. So anybody can get in if you have a good week of training. Basically, we were struggling to fill all the defensive position. We had to be using a number 10 to play on the right back and a number 11 to play on the left back. So we get in a defender. We were happy to see him come because he actually played in the Mount Pleasant game and the Police game in the first game in the league, but he just now come back from school again. So he was always a player playing for us. It's not like it's his first game.
Yeah. No, look, I thought what you did really well was...
Frankie, let me ask you this based on what you just said, because you brought it up. You're a coach. A player is playing well in training, and the next player played well the last game. Who are you starting?
It depends on how I feel about how the player would acclimate to the situation and where. Okay. So I'm saying it's not about, because some people are great in training and management, but in the actual situation, they don't produce. Right? So you can't just use training as the barometer and the judge to figure out whether the player play or not. The coach has to have a feel for the situation, the opponent, what's going to transpire,
what the opponent remember I tell you how they were playing on the flanks. They were attacking through the flanks, double teaming my wing back. And my wing back, left back, was playing against a left-footed winger who comes inside. Once he comes inside, my left-footed player cannot tackle him because when the player comes inside and have the ball on his left foot, where my left-footed defender going to tackle? He's left-footed, his right foot is not so good. You see the problems that he was giving me in the first half? Hands up.
Okay.
So what I had to do was change and put a right footer. That's when him cut inside and leave the flank for the right back. The right footer can tackle him with his right foot because he would have the ball on his left foot. So all I do was permutation. I had to be working out before the second leg, and I saw this guy get to come in. Because Kyle Avery now was literally playing left back, and he was supposed to be my left winger, because he had to be tracking the right back all the way back. That wasn't the best use of his skills and what he's supposed to. Plus, Kyle again is very short. To have him defending like against crosses, for such a tall player and him so short. All of those mismatches we had to go through and try and iron them out. So the whole idea that the guy player wasn't that issue. It was just that him put him on over him head, which me can't coach that.
So Rudolph, how you explain the second goal? Because the players coming down, your defender ran with the man out wide, which was a wrong decision to make. Your midfielder didn't track the person coming through that put the ball in the box. So what did you say to your team?
It's the same right back, What they did was run the play where I think is the number 10 decoy wide and him get to come in. But so what they do, they triple team up on the right side. But again, we drill that if they cross from the right, we're supposed to shut the back door, right? That's what we call it, shut the back door.
Right.
The guy actually jumped between 2 players, so they were just late coming on again.
But your defender went with the man wide, right? So therefore, he created that space between your 2 players to go through versus say, you know what? If he's wider, he's less dangerous than the person coming through.
No. What they did, the triple team, the number 10 came over there too. The triple team, so they had an extra man.
Yeah, but I'm saying your defender went with him. Your defender had to make a decision.
Yes, but even with that, I'm just saying the cross, the guy that scored ball was between 2 players.
Yes. No, I think it was a brilliant cross, right? I don't blame defenders for that. When the fault is between 2 defenders, I'm not going to crucify the defender.
No. But the wider defender, the wider defender now becomes the captain. He's seen right across the field, everything that is happening. It's better for him to let the ball go over his head and go wide.
Yeah.
Somebody come inside and head between. So I'm saying that he should have, on another day, he probably would have.
I'm telling you, that cross was a brilliant cross. Think about it. It's not like the ball go up and come down, so you have time,
No, it is.
It's a brilliant cross. I'm not gonna blame the 2 center half for that. People want to call center halves.
No, I don't do center half. It's the center half and the wing back. But
and the right back, yeah.
But the center, I thought if he made jump, he probably could have get it. If you look at it, it never passed him head so far. I didn't think he jumped like that. But as I said before, it is what it is.
So what's next, Rudolph? Because I've been hearing people talking about. I came late, Mannings man. I was busy trying to prepare for my show, my tonight show.
This is Andre saying full transparency during the Cranky live stream. Upon the final whistle, Cranky Live said, quote, "People, my Cavalier won people." And then he said, "Mr. Speid, consider getting cranky." Dr. Andre.
Mannings man, people will say what they want to say, Mannings man. I support Jamaica's football in all matter. I may not get along with a lot of people sometimes because I must say what's on my mind. It is what it is. I did think the left winger. I think the left winger did a brilliant job when he came in. Because here what I saw in both games. Both teams, Cavalier meaning the second game and Sibao in both games, struggle in the final third. They get to about 10 yards outside the 18 and the plays break down, which I thought was interesting. What Avery did when he comes on, his name is Avery, right? The left winger. He was putting the ball in dangerous positions when he got it. In the first half, you notice, Mannings man, when Cavalier got the ball in dangerous position, people just made decisions where you just scratch your head. So what I think, Rudolph, for coaches, and I've seen this not only in Jamaica, but in other leagues, actually, you got to teach people about the final third. I was telling somebody about CFAS today, because I rate CFAS. I'm going to get beaten tonight, people. I have a show at 8 o'clock. Promote my show. I think for CFAS, for example, when he gets to the final third, you have to have repetition and scenario analysis to get him to a good place. You can't just say, you know what? He's not on footballing brain. That's nonsense. Everybody have a brain. So anyway, we ain't come to talk about CFAS either. So Rudolph, what's next?
Well, as soon as the draw comes out on the 10th of this month, I will know exactly which. There will be two teams, and I'll know I'm playing one of those teams. Clearly, there is a gap. From what we do in our course, we know the research team. There will be a gap. We are ranked 80 something. They will be ranked probably 40 something, right? Whosoever we ever play. So I'll have to identify what the gap is, and then train the team in such a way that we can close the gap. Because I can assure you, what happened last year won't happen again this year. So that's basically where we are. It's good that we get seeded. So like last year, we were the lowest ranked team, and we played the team where rank was number 3 in the Caribbean, in the CONCACAF. Now we were ranked like 100 and odd. So you see how that gap that was there, which we couldn't make up, and we got 6 of. Not to mention that we played our match out here 9 o'clock. We couldn't choose the time to get back something on our side, where we could have tried playing at the sun and try get fever. But when we went up there, we went to the coolest place in the USA on that night and played the game. It was just awful. So we're glad we played in March, which nowhere should be so cold like what happened in February. So that will help. And once we identify what the gap is, we're in a much better position to be able to deal with the team. I'm not going to guarantee a win, but I'm just saying that we'll be putting up a good fight.
What will be progress?
What are your key takeaways? This is important. I'm going to ask about progress. So you played Cincinnati last year. Tough 2-leg games. What were your most significant takeaways from the difference between your team and Cincinnati last year, which will help you as you go forward in the next round?
There was a whole heap of stuff that we didn't do as well. We didn't. Our dad wasn't as good as we wanted it to be. Some of the players just don't want to eat certain food. We kind of get over that now. We get them to eat, better when we travel now. Technology, Cincinnati was like miles ahead of us, like a country mile, not Kingston, a country mile. They had like 4 or 5 analysts sitting in the stands, feeding down real-time information, who faster than who is doing what, etc., who's passing to, who is the dangerous player on the Cavalier team. They had these players like for them feeding the information. We start to adopt some of that type of technology ourselves. We start add more analytic work to our game. So there's a whole particular kind of research. We know who like who. We did good research on Sibao. All of those things who passed through all of those things will have that information armed with. And we're working on getting the same type of technology to feed the information down to the bench meanwhile we're playing. So, yeah, there's a whole lot of things we're doing different and hope so we'll be able to compete.
And when are you gonna let go King so he can go overseas go play some football?
As soon as somebody comes for him, I let him go same time.
Just put that big seller in class, man. Just let him go. He can't play football. I'm watching him play. Let me go St. Louis. He can't play football.
Yeah, but I've never tried to hold a player though. I don't believe anything we hear anybody say. I mean, I sent him away already, you know, and I didn't get any money. So it's not true. I've never tried to hold a player.
Okay.
What happened that he was supposed to go to US and he just couldn't get a visa at the time when he was supposed to go. So people keep on saying, me never send him. No, never send him. I tried my best to send him. It just never worked out.
Oh, you mean the US? So if he was going to go to a team, the team couldn't convince the immigration authorities to give him a visa?
It was during the pandemic, you know, and get late, but it was like 2 year, you know, and we cut it down, but it just never worked out. So we had to send him to Iceland. That worked out before, and it never worked out there because he had issues with him with work permit. He wasn't playing some of the time for about 6 weeks, and it just got bad. But
how was the surface in Dominican Republic versus at the National Stadium?
If you talk about the surface at Mocha, none of them is as good as the stadium or Sabina Park. Those are superior surfaces to those two. And when we went 2 years ago and played on the turf, the JFF Technical Center turf is much better than the turf that we played on. And JFF Technical Center turf is better than Suriname turf. All of the turf in the JFF Technical Center is better than those turf.
Okay.
And but the overall infrastructure, because that stadium belongs to the club that you played against, though.
Oh, when they come to that though, they make we look like joke. Them have the clubs own them one stadium, all of them with good standard. So we are our Premier League teams, none of them can compare to none of those clubs in terms of what they want. So
where do they generate their resources from, you know?
Well, that country is more like a developing country more than a third world country. You know? Them food infrastructure and everything. And I suppose, I don't know, but if you look at the infrastructure there, you know, the baseball fields, them, you know, Cibao have a reserve field that actually played a semi-final match in the CONCACAF Club Championship. You know, the reserve field. Now the man that owns Cibao is Rattenrich. He owns lots of things. So I think him just investing in the team. That team started 2015. It's not an old team. They win 4 titles. So it's real, and they buy the best players. They have players from Uruguay, Colombia, Panama, Argentina, Spain. 12 of their players on the roster is not from Dominican Republic. They are professionals. They are from other countries. So they have it like that. I don't know.
I think they have very good players, but some of them look like they should eat less, actually. Just all I'll say. I thought you could just run them into the ground, actually. They're very good players, by the way. You could run them into the ground.
Yeah.
That was the plan. That was the plan, that we would run them into the ground in the second half. That is why we wanted to just survive the first half, basically, and run them into the ground in the second. That was the plan.
Isn't CONCACAF investing in facilities in the DR to host tournaments?
Yes. They are hosted the under-20 Women World Cup, and FIFA did help them on some of those stadiums. So that happened, yes.
I do think the Caribbean has to do a better job of what I call managing CONCACAF. They have the voting power. They have to be more influential with CONCACAF.
What is in DR in the Caribbean?
Yes,
but we're talking about you're talking about one-off situation in terms of creating stadium. We're talking about holistically about how the Caribbean work with CONCACAF. All right, they got to be a job of managing CONCACAF. When you have the votes, people should be trying to convince you to do it.
A developing country and a third world country is the same thing.
I've been told that. I'm not gonna go there, but I've been told that. If we call Jamaica third world, I'm gonna get beaten both a developing country. So third world is always going to be developing.
So who's third world? Who's third world?
I have no idea who's third world anymore. I don't use those terms anymore. I just say a country. I can't tell what's third world from developing anymore, so I just say a country. We just call a country. We get beaten. Anyway, we're going to get beaten. So
is there a second world country?
No, there's never been a second world, right?
Okay.
There is the first world, and there's third world, and I'm not sure who fall in between. That's the term people normally use, right? They would use first world as industrialized country. They may come up with other terms, but they never said second world actually.
What MF said? There's only one world.
Well, I mean, no, there's distinction, right? So if you think about like the BRIC countries, for example, the Brazil, Russia, South Africa, they're different. Anyway, the world is changing.
Yeah.
All right. So I think what it means is that, all right, you have a developed, like the developed nations are first world. All right. Then you have
Who are the developed nations? Wait, who are the developed nations?
Like
Is China
USA.
developed? Is China developed?
Yeah, like you said, of course, China.
When did it become developed?
Yeah.
Because these things evolve. These things evolve. They evolve. No, they evolve. Right? They evolve. So people are struggling with that now. They're struggling with that now because they evolve.
You know what me think? Just call the countries them are near first world, second world, and I'm done. That's why we can't make up our world.
Yeah.
But you also want individual awards. How important was that for the players? Because the 5 of the individual awards that were on offer, Cavaliers won as well, which is
so
one.
Stein wasn't a surprise because everybody could count them in gone 8 goals. Busy wasn't a surprise either, you know. Because Busy had 6 goals and 5 assists. That's like Busy only played in 7 games, and if you check it out, he might play in 6. So that's two positive goal actions per 90 minutes. That's what he was. So when we think back, the MVP was always going to be him, especially in scoring. Vino, I wasn't sure because him considered the 2 goals that he would get it, but eventually he did. Jalmaro, yes. I don't look at Jalmaro as a young player, you know, because of what he did last year. So that is what kind of fooled me. I thought they would give it to like a Ainsworth, who is 19. So that one kind of get me a little honors. But he's only 21 and he's eligible for it, and he has better statistics. The fair play, we always joke that we don't want a trophy, to be honest. We always run a joke that, listen, we don't want a fair play trophy. So appointed though, we did well when we were defending and didn't foul a lot and get yellow cards. So we won that too. But it's uncanny. We won all the awards, every single one of them. I've never.
What is the average age of the team now?
Average age of the squad. The average age of the team that started was 21.05. Average age of the squad about 21 or 20.8 because there was pure young players on the bench. So that's
Okay. And you're retaining all the players for the next round?
I don't know because there's a transfer window coming up in January, and then there's the Americas and the Far Europe transfer window that starts in March. So I'm gonna just be in turmoil since then. People inquiring about players wanted to transfer them out. There's nothing I can do about that.
So I would assume that somebody with your foresight would have already identified who may leave and who you're going to bring in. I would think that you're like Brighton now, aren't you?
You understand me? Buy cheap and sell high.
Yeah, I'm sure Brighton probably has 4 or 5 players in his position that they're contemplating. So maybe more farther along than others, because they have been ridiculously brilliant in terms of how they manage their football club. So I think that Rudolph will be doing something like that.
Yeah. But give me your perspective on this, Mr. Speed, because Marlon Nelson was on yesterday and he said he felt like Leng was better in the game than King was. And I was making the point that I believe that King was better because King was like the leader, giving all the instructions, even to Leng. So, but he was saying that Leng won most of his duels, most of his tackles, and all of those things. So, how do you measure which defender is better if one is not losing tackles, but the other one is telling him where he need to be?
Can I jump in for answers and say, Rudolph, be careful, because you said if you're tackling a lot, that means I'm going to put it in my own term, you're out of position. That's why you're tackling a lot. You're not doing something right. So, what is the answer?
Exactly. If the great let me answer like this. The great Paul Maldini said, if you have to tackle, it's probably because you make a mistake already. That's what he
Okay.
said.
Andre and Jason is asking if the transfer budget is going to move beyond the 100,000.
Mannings, man, I think we need to rephrase that. Given what Cavaliers just accomplished and what they have just received, we have to explain what 100,000 entails, Mannings, man.
But
In real dollars. In real dollars.
For this season, Cavalier has accumulated through transfer and winnings, over $500,000 US,
And their only transfer budget is $667 US dollars.
All right, and he spent $670.
Yeah, round it up.
Yeah,
Round it up.
$670. And made over $500,000.
But to be serious, though, Rudolph, the question for you, Rudolph, is very important in terms of your club and going forward. You probably need to figure out a way to get your club in an environment where they have fans. I was very disappointed to see the National Stadium. I could count how many people were in grandstand in that game. Then I see you go away and the opposition had a decent crowd. And your man talking about Portland. I think you should go to Hanover. But listen, anyway. So are you thinking about that, Rudolph, seriously?
Yeah, so we have a new chairman coming on. That's his first job. I can't manage that right now. I can't. But so back to the center half. Yeah, one tackle more and one intercept more. That's usually the best balance, to have somebody who's combative and put in the tackles, and then the next one just read the game, intercept more, look for mistakes and clean up. That's usually, so you have a number one and a number two center half. That's the knowledge that I have. You need to have a number one and a number two center half. You don't want two number one and you don't want two number two, because they'll get in each other way. So I think they work well. They are different and they carry out different roles. One like to mark more, while the other one like to stay in gaps and start the attacks whenever we win the balls from certain areas. So I think they complement each other perfectly.
Wait, is that a part of coaching strategy and philosophy, or just your preference?
No. I learned that in Europe. Not when I was doing it, that in the most backline there's a number one and a number two center half. So when I tried to sell a player by the name of, let me not tell you what
A and a B center back. Not the number one and number two. A and a B boss.
Well, one, okay, A and a B.
Terminology boss.
All right, A and a B. So what happened is that the complement of the players you need to have of them in the team, So so they work. So when you have two of the same, you might find two of them keep going for the same ball, like clear balls that are free in the air. The two of them go for it, and it always causes confusion. So I was told when nobody would buy one of my players, I said, no, the team is looking for a number one center back, and what you have is a number two, but they have a number two already. So that was when I learned that. I learned that in Europe when I toured with the Cavalier team.
So Mannings Mike can talk today. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. Reggae Boys coach that Pinnock and Low work, but Bernard and Low don't work. I told them love to run tackle the ball. But anyway, that's just my observation. I don't know much about football. That's just my observation.
You're probably right. I mean, you just can't say. I'm just saying.
With the discussion for the program, they're probably going to discuss that over Frankie Live. Yeah. All right. But like I said, good that they also got the individual awards for the club as well. I noticed Adrian Reed has not been here. He should be getting back some players from the schoolboy league as well. Somebody, Dan Gargan, who said that him said congratulations. Him say, if you know that, if him said you know that it's real, because I guess he said that him don't normally congratulate you, but him now, you understand me? Then he's asking, can you ask where did he find Stein?
Oh, you know, I hear that story. So when I went to Suriname to play against what them name in Suriname, this player come over to me, Stein come over to me and say, Coach, can't talk English, He want to come play for Cavalier. Some say Stein. Some say, why? Broken English he can't help himself good. So I said to him, say, so him tell me that this star striker in Robin Hood coming to Jamaica to play for your team, right? And so me say, so why you want to come to Jamaica? Him say, because I am better. I say, you mean by you're better? Me say, then why you're not playing for Robin Hood if you're better? And this guy playing for Robin Hood and is the big star over here and play for the national team. Him said, no. Both of them was at Robin Hood. But them prefer him, but that don't mean him better. I am better. And what the youth sound to me, you know, and he was able to convince me, say, I must give him a try. So anyway, while I was there talking to him, my next guy passed by and said, yes, he's really good. So then I asked a scout to check him out, and the scout come back and say, yes, he can
Oh,
play.
the leader?
No, and next and the man said, yes, he can play. So no problem. So me carry him over. And the first, him play like 4 half for Cavalier and score about 7 goals the first season. Nobody realized him scored 7 goals the first season. You know? Him play about 4 half games. Them just couldn't stop him. All 1 half him score a trick. And I was saying, really youth. Him was so deadly. So, you know the old saying. As a coach, you can pick the wrong wife. It's okay. Everybody else do it. But as a coach, make sure you pick the right striker. So that's Stein's story.
Okay,
so what do you think this means for you winning the championship the way you did for Jamaica's football?
Oh, so since we start playing the Caribbean Cup, every club in Jamaica start to talk about wanting to play at the Caribbean Cup since this new version. So that alone enhanced the rivalry in the JPL because trust me, everybody wanted to qualify for the Caribbean Cup, the last edition. So you could have seen more intense, more preparation, etc. Now that we have had this success, I can just imagine what is going to happen, especially how Manningsman love put up figures in this thing about me make all of them money here. You know, put up the expenses I'm spending. You just put up the revenue alone.
You cannot be spending money if you only have 100,000 and transfer market. You can't convince me. You never spend. What is here to come? You spend $670 US dollars, and you make over 500,000 US dollars.
So can I speculate on those expenses? Can I speculate?
It's the problem we have with Manningsman because him forget the airfare and the hotel day and the per diem.
No. Hey, one thing you can't tell me them thing because you know, say, when you're in this competition, what they do is that they cover airfare.
Mannings them have inside information.
Manningsman, they don't cover the airfare. Them give you one participating fee and you have a fine you.
Yeah, then give you the participating fee for these CONCACAF tournaments. It's to cover airfare and accommodation.
I think Rudolph is Manningsman is very as you know about this, so can't talk to Mannings. I stayed on that conversation because I have no inside information on that.
And then
except what Mannings tell me.
And when we play at the stadium and we have to rent the stadium and rent lights and pay hotel for the officials and all of those things, and only 20 people come in. You understand what kind of loss we make per operation?
Well, that I can. What I can understand is that it's not that you really make a loss, you know. You just don't make any money when you play at the stadium.
Of course, you make a loss. Then
you make
the bench, you know what you rent stadium? Over $1 million.
Yeah, but like I said, that when you want, you said it earlier that I am so loved, you know. You know what people love me? When I want the stadium, I just call. When I want, you said it, you know. When I want house, I just call and people say, see me house here, come stadium with your team. See the stadium here, come use it. So you tell me now.
No, I'm gonna get the stadium for free. Other thing. I'm gonna get the stadium for free.
Man is not buying the expenses, man. He's not buying it. He's not buying the expenses. Well, Rudolph will reinvest the money in the club now, which is what he should be doing, right?
No, and I have done some of that because we never have like transportation.
Him can now raise the salaries for his coaching staff, his players, all of that.
Yeah. And also we buy our own transportation and we work on our accommodation. So yeah, man, we make a little profit this time because we play all 4 games at home. It was cheaper. This time we didn't have to travel. Even though we were costing that Mount Pleasant and Arnett was in our group, it ended up working for us in that respect because we didn't have to travel.
And then Real Hope was also in Jamaica as well.
Yes.
So I have a question for you, which may seem contradictory. Which is this? So you won, right? Which is the ultimate outcome. Along that journey, is there anything you would have done differently?
I think we could. Yeah, I mean, look, I think we could have done better in the competition too. I think, but there's some. I got some raw deal like just before the transfer window closed, me lose my left back and my right back, and me lose my top midfielder. There was like nothing you couldn't replace that. Before the window finished, but we lost our loss. That was really a big blow for us. So we had to recalibrate and had to be trying to fix certain things, other things. But yes, we think we could have performed a little better with more technology. I don't think we use enough technology in the first instance. And also, in some of the tactics that we employed, like against Real Hope, yeah, we could have done better. So for those, but everything worked out.
Because I'm thinking it's a process, right? So as you go to the next round, as one go through this whole journey, because the journey is not just this round, the journey is also part of the next round. Between Cincinnati last year, this journey is there, that combination of information to inform your view about, you know what, as we go through the process and we continue to learn and continue to evolve, I can continue to enhance what we're doing and how we do it.
Yes, definitely. And that's what we have done. Remember the first year we go to this competition, we never even met this playoffs. In the second year we go final, the third year we win. So we're improving. And we also, when we host teams, we're getting much better at it. A lot better. So there's a lot of improvement. And as I said before, we start to like have better nutrition when we travel. Before we used to struggle because some of the players didn't want to eat certain things. So we're better at those things. The one thing we think we're still behind is in technology, and we're trying to catch up with that. We're really behind with that.
Is that money? Is that resources? What's the issue with technology per se?
Or the expertise.
Our know-how, our know-how.
Basically, it's not here. So our basically it's not here, and we don't have like
you talk like analysts and stuff like that. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's the expertise is not here. There's nobody here who you can say can analyze. So it's me and my coach literally sit down, watch it, the matches them, and take notes manually and figure out trends and all those things. While if you have certain AI platforms, okay, analyze the match for me, then we'll just give us back on a platter and we can move on.
So you're saying that's an opportunity in Jamaica that should be exploited?
Yes, any good person come up now get whole heap of money for do
yeah, but what about this Kyle Chin?
Well, me I get him work for MLS team.
Yeah, but his MLS team is knocked out. So
I'm going to do a side job. Don't you? Can do a side job.
Yeah,
not during the season. Not during the season.
But even for this game, they were knocked out, so it's not like they were playing.
Yeah. So
you can do a side job, man.
Yeah, no.
Off the books job, off the books.
Yeah, but not. There was a Jamaica game that he couldn't even come because he working.
Right.
So yeah, maybe no.
But does he need to be there though, or does he need to get information and give you the output?
As soon as we know who we're playing, yeah, man, me have a number for you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Speid, the one thing you could and should do better is work on your fan base. Can't be playing in Jamaica with 30 people in this stand.
It was that many?
I will be
200 people was in the stand, man.
It was 200?
I will
spread out. Them spread out. I'm sitting 10 feet apart.
And then Duckland says he will be a Cavaliers fan for 100K. I don't know about that. Yeah. But so what would be progress? This is probably one of the things I was trying to ask earlier. All right, what would be progress for you from here, given where you ended last year? What would be progress for you? Less goals being scored over the two legs, getting past this, winning one of the legs, getting up, drawing a game.
Never think like that. Look,
okay.
As far as
ambition, less goals.
Yeah.
I asked because somebody raised it yesterday and said, well, if less goals, somebody said yesterday, they get one of the top teams and less goal is scored than them, is that progress? I think the person actually asked the question.
Not really. They could have missed a lot of chances. But anyway,
Yeah.
Okay. So you had asked a question earlier. Let me just finish answering. Yes, eyes in 2 addition to the team. 1 international player from overseas, attacking one, and eyes in on a defensive player from local.
Oh, the Asian number 10?
The Asian is in the Champions Cup. You know, why would they sell me the player?
The real work number 10. That man is a thorn in the skin and flesh of everybody go up get it on.
No, but he's playing for the 80 team. They are in the Champions Cup then. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a potential acquisition next year.
Well, I don't know if they're going to play a league because they're in problems again trying to get a league started. So let's see what happens. So definitely we need a couple of firepower. As I said, quite rightly for cover for most 2 of the players were probably likely to leave in the January transfer window. But at the same time, we're getting back like Ronaldo Barrett and Keanu Jackson. So we're getting back a few players back in, but I think we need a little bit more experience. So me have to go probably mash up the transfer budget. Maybe we can get them for free still. Or that may work.
All right. Hey, they don't see a lot of people. All right. This is one person, Romain Newman. They want to find out about the Cavaliers jersey. At least
Me have jersey, man. You can get it at 15 Whoop Road. You can come there any day of the week and we can sell a jersey.
15 Whoop Road. So what if he's overseas and he wants it to be bought and then somebody pick it up? Can that work?
Yes. You can send it to New York. I have a contact in New York. We can send it to New York and New York people send it on to him.
Okay. All right. Cranky has to run. Cranky, your final words and then you can go. He says he's in Canada.
My final word is Rudolph. Congrats again. Well done. That's up.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
All right. Cranky, what time is show start? 8 o'clock?
Yes. And I'm gonna get beaten this evening on my show, but as me always say, I don't really care. Big beating to Mannings, man. I'm putting together my proposed squad and team for the Reggae Boys in today's show. I'm gonna get destroyed, but hey.
You mean you're going to lay out what the team should be for the next game?
Yes. What the coach should pursue for the upcoming March window, who plays he should pursue, what the team he should pick if he get those players. And there'll be some shockers in there, but
man turn big King fan now,
Yeah, I tell you.
Because I watched him up close and personal. Anyway, no, I watched a lot of videos of him. Actually, I'm gonna have some videos with him. I watched a lot of videos of him after watching him up close and personal. So I'm a King fan. Later.
All right, Frank. Yeah, man. All right, couple of things. Couple of things that's before you go. Malik, I think him have something to do with G's and P's. He has been trying to get in touch with you. Some relative of the Douglas. He's connected to this person called, I think it's Malachi Douglas.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right. So what's Malik, if you WhatsApp the number on screen, I will send you a number for Mr. Speid. All right. So the people, for the person, Romain, if you can buy the jersey, I can get it to Canada for you in Brampton in January. So I can get it to Brampton and you can work out getting it from there. If you want the Cavaliers jersey, you just pay for it. Oh, what is the cost of the jersey? Are they available on the Admiral side?
Yeah, they are. I think it's 55 US them selling.
On the Admiral side. But you can also buy it from Mr. Speid. Because the club have jerseys themselves, which is different from the Admiral side.
Yes.
So they are different or is the same type?
Same thing.
Okay, but they can buy it from the actual club. So you can also reach out to Mr. Speid. Buy it. Where is he again? What Hope Road?
15
Hope Road. For those of you.
Shop 5.
Shop 5. All right. So you can. That is after you pass the entrance to go St. Andrew High School girls on this one, true?
Correct.
All right. Man, ask how much Jamaican man. Them Mario, man, just calculate that, man. Man. Mr. Speid, much the jersey them in Jamaican up with it? Because
that are like $7,000.
$7,000, them Mario.
More 7,000, but whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, 7,000 Jamaican if you're buying a Jamaican.
There you go.
Or 50 if you buy USD, that costs a little more if you buy it.
And he got the final. Oh, ask him how many jerseys he sold over the last 12 months. I think Mr. Speed have to find, like what I think what we need to do, Mr. When you're on these programs, you need to have somebody who take the name and the numbers of these people so the follow-up can continue. Because too often they come on the show, you know, and people want the jersey and nothing don't happen until they come back on.
Why you not take the names them and give me them?
All right, so people, if they want the jersey, just text me and then me, yeah.
No, I get no commission doing it.
No, man. All right, and then right, you know, I'm gonna make one time. Is this one umbrella?
Oh, I'm live?
Oh, you didn't want to be live. Chase if we call you, you know.
Yeah, but since I'm live, I take it. But I did want you to call me after the show, though. But,
I'll call you after the show.
Live,
Mr. Speed is here.
No. Yeah, so that's why I want to congratulate Mr. Speed.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like what you do, man. You really do something for the nation. Well, Mr. Speed, but I like you get Lionel Messi for coming at the stadium.
Yo, I chew it up. Actually,
that is the game I want for you.
Yeah. Because you can't lose from that game there. Even no, that's a win-win situation.
You can't lose, Bolan. You know me, I do. I let the dogs out. Let me see how fast Messi can run.
Yeah. But you know, me realize because as skillful as Messi is, he said if you play him with fitness, you will beat him. Because same somebody said eat them the other day because when my Messi team I play a 2-man pan them team, no defending that him and the guy from your guy. The guy from your guy, Mark. Yeah, them just stand up and do nothing when them not have the ball.
Yeah, let out the dog on them.
Yeah, so defensive when I just 8 man alone them defend with.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, but congratulations, Mr. Speed. And man is one call when you're sure for up here.
Yeah, man. All right, cool, my brother.
All right, so jump plan, just check, and the jerseys are on the Admiral website for everyone overseas. So it's easier for them to just go to the Admiral website and buy than buy from me.
All right, and if you're in Jamaica, you can go to shop number 5.
15
Hope Road, right at the entrance on Hope Road where Andrews. After you pass this up, bam, over the shopping center or plaza there. Winchester Business Center. Romain Newman, you don't give management the money. You pay for the jersey. So you text me, you pay Mr. Speed for the jersey. My only job is that I can get it to Canada for you.
Yeah, but you don't need to. If you go on the website, you can get it.
If you go on the Admiral website, you can get it by and it gets shipped to you.
Shipped to you right now. You don't need to.
Easy. All right, Mr. Speed. I mean, final word for you. I know you had said an hour power, but we're going 2 hours. People hit the like button. Yeah. But again, congratulations and thanks for coming on and things. So, yeah.
No problem. Thank you for having me, sir.
Yeah, man. All right. Luxury players, that team moving. Okay. All right then. Yeah, man. So again, this is our talk with winning champion coach, Mr. Rudolph Speid. Although I know people have been put in the comment section that Mr. Butler also lifting a trophy. That a teacup, man. We are talking about the real deal. We're not winning.
That's the losers cup. That was the losers cup. Them call it.
Oh, they're asking if we're ready for more lines. Yes, Gunners boss. We're about to end the show. So, what say you?
Yeah, man. We just want to ask Mr. Speid a question. Something important more asking this moment. Sorry if you have to make a call back. But Mr. Speid, based on a conversation you have with the other host about the gate receipt and them things, right? And we know that now with this new football and the way how football is in played now, it's not like back in the days when some man come play, you don't have to pay them. You have to pay them and all this.
Yes.
Gate receipt cannot run a club and pay a team. Nowhere in the world that's not happening. So when me ask you now, you have all these companies where buy up the sports, them and advertise the sports, them, you know. The smallest league in a other part of the world, when I compare Jamaica with America, them get sponsors, them have partners with broadcasting partners. Even high school football have those things. You can't find some people in a corporate Jamaica, some corporate sponsor. That means to say a man come put up him brand, or him where him a sell, or where him a the fan and at the stadium, and him pay a fee towards those things. And you get some people to show and broadcast the game them at a fee where you know say your partners goes when money can't come in. Because the gate thing now go work.
Right, but in a CONCACAF game, you can advertise not even a zinc washer in a place. In CONCACAF games, it's only in our local games you can.
Oh, them have.
Yeah, them have exclusive.
That's
rights.
what I'm talking about at the local level, you know. At the local level.
Oh no, at the local level you can do something, and we far advanced trying to negotiate a deal with electronic board provider, so they will come to our games, put up an electronic board, and people and sell advertisement on it, especially in our TV games. So we're working on things, you know. We're not sitting by, but some things will take a while for it to happen. Cause you're right. If you sit on and get receipts, it just not gonna work. I don't think nobody at all get a lot of money from get receipts anymore.
No, not gonna work with it get receipt. Nobody not gonna get no money. You're not gonna able to run a club on that alone. Because as me say, people have them favorite club where them go to. I mean they are Jamaica, they might go on Cavaliers game if Jamaica are on it. If Cavaliers are play on it garden. But anyway, on it garden, you gotta jump in my car, jump on my bike and reach there. You see it? So I just saw it up. So that means to say the people I know a lot of people now want to watch. So yeah, put it for some place where they have to go behind the pier wall now, you know, because as me say, all sports is going behind the pier wall. In a few more years from now, I've been telling people that you cannot get the NBA final if you not go behind a pier wall, you know.
True.
Yeah, because Amazon and all of these people around these broadcasts, Netflix run a thing, you still have to go behind the paywall because you have to have your subscription, your paid subscription to get them things. Them not even allow you to share your password with other people at any time. So, yeah, man,
Jamaica rough doing now. The people no want pay. Then come at the gate if you come watch a match, and then just no want pay come in. Jamaica rough. May I tell you, got you. When it comes to pay,
put it on Netflix for the world can see it. Talk to some people, get your marketing people them out here and get some people and get some people and try to sell the JPL to the world, man. Put it on one of them thing there with the people them have to pay.
Well, we have an arm for dealing with that.
We'll pay if the game is good.
We have
look into it, man.
All right, no issues.
All right, Gunners boss. Bless up yourself.
Yeah, man, I don't know. And every time I come to work out, this time was a serious. Pick up on yourself. Continue success. And that was the management for the show. And all our people them will drop the super chat in our comments. Thank you very much. Brain drain and your friend them. Pick up on yourself. Continue be kind to them. Right now, I'm kind of on the weak side and can't be kind right now. I'm kind of on the mean thing. So thank you very much again and continue. Support the show. And support management and anything. I'm Mr. Speid. Yeah, we are win where I say all the way around.
Respect.
All right, Gunners boss. Yeah, man. All right, Mr. Speid and yeah, man. Thanks again. All right, for coming on and thing. All right, people, listen, thank you so much for all of you who watched the show, participated with your comments, participated by calling in. Those of you who liked the video, those who subscribed for the first time to the channel, thank you so much. For those of you who share the content with others, really appreciate it. For all the persons who gave a super sticker or a super chat in support of the channel, thank you too. For Brain Drain, who is a 14-month member of the platform, and he, thank you so much again for your continued support. It's always a pleasure being with you all. Have a blessed weekend. Be good and do good. We look forward to being with you again at the next available time. Until then, I am Management. This is I Am Sure Sports, and as usual, when we get to the end of the program, listen, before I go, remember, Cranky comes up at 8 tonight, and Cranky Live a little later than usual. He says he's going to have an interesting discussion, so go over there and participate. All right. I am Management. This is I Am Sure Sports, and as usual, when it gets to the end of the show, we say we are over and we are out of here.